All right, I didn't think I would ever be able to utter this words, but I am literally done. My finals, everything is done, the final project. And I guess the lesson here is that if you procrastinate, you can still succeed if you try hard. Actually, I don't know if that's a very good lesson, so forget I said all of that. But I really wanted to vlog the whole thing, like the entire week of chaos. I'm kind of going through the footage right now, and this is kind of what the footage has, so I apologize if it's a little bit disjointed. We kind of start in the beginning of the week with me just grinding my homework. Suddenly. Morning, everyone. I am feeling a little bit groggy this morning. I don't really know why. So let's make some tea. You are really hurting me. 'Cause every time you tell me I look good in bed, I'm doing fine. But nothing ever changes. And that's all I have for the rest of the day. I was literally trying so hard to get my homework done. The next shot is just me finishing up the day watching some basketball. Baby, you are hurting me. I'm like 40% done the final project, so I don't know. I've been kind of tired since like after lunchtime. I've just kind of given up for today. Gonna take a break and get back to it tomorrow on Monday. I do have tomorrow off because I've been on call for a holiday. So yeah, basically it's just gonna be a schoolwork day instead on Monday. All right, let me get back to this basketball game. Okay, bro, I was not 40% done. I didn't realize that we also needed to do like a final paper that was about our final project, as well as a final presentation about our final project. This was not 40% done, and I was taking the Monday off, which was really good to help me recover, but Tuesday to Friday was absolutely crazy. I just got up. Time to get started right away. Today's the day where I really need to buckle down and try and finish as much as possible. I am honestly just so tired right now. So it is almost 6 p.m. Pretty sunny outside, but I think the best course of action is to take a quick break and head to Costco. All right, let's go. All right, that car you see beside the Tesla, she was trying to jack my spot. So I got it. I got that spot. Bro, you know what I was going through on that Monday? I literally was on my computer the entire day, and she was trying to take my spot. So I didn't give it to her. Like, I'm sorry. It's Costco. Costco is a battle. If you can't win the parking spot, you don't get to go in. That's just the way it works, okay? Anyways. Actually, I don't know who got there first. I took the spot, though. Oh my goodness. Alright, put in a new trash bag. Alright, trash bag is secure. Okay, so for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the stuff that I purchased. I got spinach, healthy, spring mix, which I've been eating a lot healthy. I had to grab the salad sauces because I probably would not eat the spring mix if it weren't for that. I kept getting these small bottles and they're really nice. Only problem is they are $10 per bottle, and I've been going through these bottles like I'm drinking water or something. So I ended up getting this one, Golden Sesame. It is a little bit questionable how I've gone through like 4 bottles of salad dressing over the past like 2 weeks, and a little bit troubling to the extent where I'm considering maybe I am eating more so dressing than salad, but still, I think this is a move in a positive direction. Tomatoes, always essential in an Asian household, and then I got the probiotic yogurt as well. Last thing I have to address is this one. It is final season, so I'm giving myself some slack. And sour cream, okay, I've had sour cream and onion before, but it is a new, like this is, Costco has never sold this flavor before. So I was like, all right, that gives me enough reason to get this. All right, that's pretty much it. I have some hot dogs, I have some fries. Let's get back to studying. Okay, the next scene is Monday night before I go to work on Tuesday. And this is where you really see me fade a lot. I look like here that I have just been defeated by life, especially because of the plan that I have to get everything done between Tuesday and Friday. Man, I have been working since I don't know how long. It is currently 11:30. I have kind of a plan for what I'm going to do for the rest of the week, so it should be okay. stay tuned for that. Also, I am still on call. So this entire week I'm on call. Here's where I'm at so far. I am like 75% done the final project, but I realized that they were asking us to do like a final presentation and final paper as well. So I'm gonna schedule that for Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I need to work on my other course-related stuff and study for the exam. Saturday, I need to study for my second exam, so it's going to be a close call. This entire week is going to be an absolute disaster. I expected to finish my final project today, but it is what it is. I'm super tired. It's 11. I know it's only 11:30, but I'm ready to just go to bed and just pass out. So I'm happy. I'm making some positive progress. We might actually be able to save this, but these next couple days are going to be pretty crazy. And something is happening on Friday as well. I don't want to divulge the details yet in case I'm not able to go. But yeah, it looks like this 72-hour cram is going to turn into like a full week of cramming all night. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. I hope I survive. Okay, let me just give a bit of context on what my Tuesday to Friday schedule was supposed to be. So on Tuesday, I was supposed to finish all of my final project coding components, get it into a zip file, and hand that in. Also, I had a team meeting for a team project for the other course I was supposed to do, and my thinking there was that if I didn't talk too much, if I didn't say anything, they might panic and they'll just like do everything, which later turned out not to be the case. On Wednesday, I was supposed to write all of my peer feedback. The participation is actually worth a ton, and I saved it all till the end of the year, and I had to write like 180 peer feedback reviews because I left it all till the end of the year. On Thursday, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should be a good team member and do some of the team projects. So I was gonna try and do a little bit of the team project. And on Friday is when I kind of screwed myself over because I left Friday to do that final paper I was talking about, as well as that final presentation, and that turned out to be a ton of work. All right, that's pretty much the context for my week plan and how I was setting myself up for failure. Yeah, the video is not me in the hot bath. That's the video my sister sent to me because she's in Japan vacationing, relaxing, while I do all this finals chaos stuff. Yeah, this part is almost done. Beautiful day out today. I'm feeling a little bit groggy from yesterday, but I am on call. There's a ton of stuff I need to do the review from the on call last week, so it's gonna be another day of grinding. Let's just get started. Okay, that's all the footage I had because I had such a busy on-call day on Tuesday. I somehow thought that on that Tuesday, I still had a lot of time, so I decided to grab dinner with some old friends, and I didn't really know the restaurant we were going to, but turns out they had really spicy food. Bruh, that spicy dinner screwed me. I knew I had a ton of homework, but that spicy food killed me for a bunch of reasons, which I will talk about later on. Okay, the lesson here is, yes, I screwed up by procrastinating, but I still gotta live my life. It is the NBA playoffs, it is the NHL playoffs, and it is the Champions League right now, so I gotta watch those things. You know, I probably shouldn't have gone to the dinner, which kind of snowballed everything and made things worse, but okay, it was just a bad idea all around to watch the Lakers game, given how screwed I was, but I feel like I didn't realize it at this point, which you'll see tomorrow. Oh my god, I really need to do homework today, but I had a really tough on-call day, and then now it's the basketball game, and I also played basketball, and then I also had dinner, so this day is kind of a wash. I'll see if I can do some work after this game, but it is what it is. Regroup for tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Now, it is Wednesday morning. Those of you who have watched my vlogs know that I usually don't drive to the office, so you'll be wondering why today is kind of special. Usually I don't drive because I live right next to the station, and it's actually faster to take the SkyTrain to the office than to drive just because of all the morning traffic. So why is today different? Well, I have an appointment later today, and then I figured it might just be more convenient if I just drive there. But that also means I'm gonna have to deal with all the morning traffic for today. But I figured, why not? I mean, I usually never drive to the office, and I haven't even been to the parking lot of our office. So it doesn't hurt to drive there every once in a while, and it gives me an opportunity to, you know, vlog my experience going to the office. Which, I mean, it's not gonna be that interesting, but it is what it is. Oh, there's actually, oh, it looks like the road is blocked off here. There's not a lot of cars right now. You know what? Maybe it's not gonna be so bad. Actually, I'm lying. I see a bunch of cars ahead. So, let me give a progress update on my homework. Yesterday, after I came back home, I was dead tired, but I drank a bunch of tea at dinner because we had spicy food and I just like kept drinking the tea, so I couldn't fall asleep. But I was also like too tired to do homework, so I was just like, I couldn't fall asleep. I was just in bed doing nothing, and yeah, it was bad. I slept at like 2 a.m. and then I woke up at like 6 a.m. So I'm on like very, very, very low hours of sleep. And that is a problem because right now I am about 70% done my final project. And I realized that for the final project, you also need to do a final paper. So I'm gonna have to schedule that in somehow throughout the next couple of days. And in addition to that, I am really behind on the peer feedback. And the peer feedback stuff with like participation is supposed to be like worth 14% of our grade, which is actually a significant amount. So I'm gonna have to grind that as well. And I also missed our team meeting for our team project. So I'm just like behind on all facets of life right now. It is what it is, you know, I'm still proud of myself yesterday for doing a little bit of work. Bruh, I honestly sound so delusional here, because I literally missed the team meeting and I've done absolutely zero work. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm so proud of myself for doing a little bit of work. I sound so delusional. But the important lesson here is it's all about positivity, because the more you procrastinate and the more you associate negative feelings towards the things you're doing, you won't want to do it. So I was trying to, you know, brainwash myself that I was actually on a good track so I wouldn't panic over the whole thing. So there is some logic to this. In terms of the game plan for the next couple of days, right now it's Wednesday. I actually wrote a bit of a plan because of how screwed I am, which I rarely do, onto my notes app. And basically, the plan is Wednesday, get final project done. And then Thursday, work on our team project. Friday, work on the final project presentation and the final paper. And then Saturday, start studying for my final exams, which I'll have to do on Sunday. Okay, I know the plan is like not great, but we're in a desperate situation, and desperate situation calls for desperate measures. I also don't want to study a day before the final exam, but it is what it is, you know? Like, that's just life. Also, on Friday, apparently there is actually some like really cool kind of like YouTube community get-together hosted by YouTube, by the way. So I was like, damn, I gotta go to this because it's like right next to my office. Actually, it's at my old office location at Telus Garden. The only problem is that I'm still on call. So I'm gonna have to go to that get-together while being on call. I am so looking forward to the end of this week, but you know, we're staying positive. We can still get that A as long as we put that work in. All right, we are officially entering traffic territory. So let's head to the office. Alright, this is the first time I have gone to the Amazon parking lot. Okay, this is the wrong one. They just told me to go to the one to the left. The Amazon parking lot is to the left, right? For the Amazon employees, it's to the left?
Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thanks. Here we go. This looks right. This looks right. I remember it's supposed to be this like super tight spiral. drive hella slow. Ugh. Dude, last time when I went with a friend, he drove so fast down the spiral, I thought we were gonna crash 100%. I don't want to say anything, but like, I thought we were crashing for sure. Or maybe I'm just not that good of a driver. I'm not good with like tight corners. How long is the spiral gonna be? Jesus. Then 10 hours later. All right, nice, we made it. We made it. Wait, how do I get to... Okay, here we go. This seems right. Now I need to find a parking spot. Wait, there's no parking spot here. God damn it, I'm so bad at parking. Yeah, I'm actually so bad at parking. This is embarrassing. I never learned to do it properly because I got my driver's license in Calgary and they only teach you how to like parallel park really well. So I'm like amazing at parallel parking, but I'm terrible at like this type of parking. All right, I made it. Let's head to the office.
A few moments later.
Oh, another day of grinding. Like always. Oh, I'm honestly so cooked today. I don't know. It's just so bad. I'm officially reaching the breaking point for this week, and we're midway through the week, Wednesday night. See you guys tomorrow.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that's all the Thursday footage I got. Honestly, at this point, on the Thursday, I was just so dead tired. I could not lift my camera to film anything, so that's pretty much all I got. The beginning of the day, and then the end of the day, me playing some basketball. When I was not playing, I was able to film a little bit. Which now leads me to Friday. I still need to do the team project, which I said I was going to be done by now. And I still need to do the final presentation and final paper, which I thought was going to be super quick, but the final paper is supposed to be like 15 pages. Hey everyone, it is Friday. As you guys have seen, I've just kind of been grinding all week. I've been watching basketball as well, but every time like I grind a bit and then the basketball scores change or the hockey scores change, I'm like, oh my goodness, what has been going on? But today, it is Friday, and I am still on call, but... So for YouTube, they actually invited me to this like Digital First YouTube Canada conference. And yeah, I get to go for free. So my game plan is to go, grab the food, hopefully network, meet some people. And the idea is I won't get any pages. So it is currently 7 a.m. I'm going to try and grind quite a bit before the conference starts so that I can get some work done. But yeah, that's the plan. Let's get going. Apparently this is like the inaugural summit. This is like way bigger than what I expected. I'm still on call, so I'm just gonna have to like do work. I guess I'll get some food first. Oh my gosh, they got like a photo booth area. It's crazy. And a huge camera.
Spending a lot of time this week actually stopping and reflecting.
So people were like socializing, networking, all that jazz. And I was literally, you see how I strategically sat somewhere in the corner, right? The reason being was I had a hotspot with my laptop on and I was literally grinding. I was on that on-call grind while also listening to some, words of advice from the head of YouTube in Canada. It was interesting. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, it was an interesting event, but I'm glad I was doing work there because some of the conversations were kind of boring. So it was good that I was working because I wasn't really paying attention anyways. And yeah, then we had lunch.
The biggest challenge for most people was getting through the door the first time. That's true.
Okay, this is like a way bigger event than I actually thought. It's in my old building where I used to work, but like before we moved to the building over there. But I am still supposed to be working today, so I am probably going to eat the lunch, talk to some people, and then leave the event early. This event is supposed to go all day, so. I also met this guy who made really, really cool videos. It's called Filmosity, and I became their 1,000th subscriber.
Okay, there it is. 1,000
1,000.
subscribers.
Oh, I am back home. Such a tiring day. I need to get started on my homework today in the final couple of days. So we're in the final stretch of the last couple of days. So I really got to get going on my homework today. But yeah, gonna enjoy some basketball and then get to work. I don't know what I'm saying here. Like, I have the final paper, the final presentation, the team project, and it's a Friday where I was exhausted going to this networking event and then also being on call. And I think I have the audacity to think that I can watch the basketball game instead of doing homework. Like, I honestly cannot fathom what I was thinking on the Friday. But honestly, my memory is still vague on how I managed to survive. I think it was around the end of the night on Friday where I realized how daunting of a Saturday and Sunday I had. Even though I had done some work, I was still very, 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 very far behind on the schedule. Okay, looks like that's when the footage ends. Okay, I remember very vaguely what happened on Saturday and Sunday, which was I completely died trying to finish everything. But I got everything done. I pretty much went on the full ADHD grind to get every single thing done, which was hand in my final project, do the final presentation, do the final paper, do the team project, study for the final exam, which I was supposed to spread throughout the week, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess the lesson here is that even if you procrastinate, you can still do well on the course if you decide to go on a 1 week bender to get everything done. Would I recommend it? No, but whoever plans for this type of situation to happen, right? None of us. So for all those procrastinators out there, I'm here to tell you, you can still be successful in whatever course that you're doing. Don't let procrastination get to you. You can still get that A. Actually, I'm not sure if I am going to get this A this time around, but I am, fingers crossed, hopeful that it will be okay. Stay tuned for the next video to see how it goes. But yeah, the lesson is that procrastination is a feasible strategy. No, actually, it's not. Please don't listen to any of this advice that I'm saying right now. And if my sister is watching, don't listen to this. But yeah, that is my very crappy documentation of how hectic that week was. Now that I have a ton of free time, I'm going to be super focused and locked in on YouTube. And by free time, I mean I need to do my taxes tomorrow because it is due tomorrow. And then after that, I have a 1 week break before I start my summer course. But in between there's going to be huge focus on YouTube to get videos out. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. And I will let you guys know how I did in my 2 courses, if I survived or not. And if I did, you'll know that procrastination is a viable strategy. See you guys in the next video.